Hello, everyone.
So for today's video,
Shut up, you brat. For today's video, I am drawing. Oh my God, Jake. Ah. Oh boy. All right. So for today's video, I am drawing a
Phalaenopsis orchid.
Thank you. Phalaenopsis orchid, and it's got a tangle behind it. This is awful audio. I'm just gonna keep going with it though because I don't really care. Oh, if you hear noises in the background, that's my dog playing with a toy. He wants to play right now. See, this is why I usually record my videos at 3 o'clock in the morning, or record my audio at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I wanted to get a video up because it's been about 4 days since I've uploaded one, so it's been time. It is time to put up a new video. Anyways, this one took me way too long. The end result looks like it took me about 20 seconds to do, but it actually took about 3.5 hours. 4 hours? Yeah, probably closer to 4 hours. It drives me crazy when the end result looks like that, so I don't know. I also lost some footage, right? Oh, it was a couple seconds ago. I don't know why, but for some reason my SD card didn't want to save a file, so I missed part of me drawing some of those little flowers. I think that's the only part that I'm missing out, though. So this is done on a 110-pound cardstock. It is 8.5 by 11 inches, although I did trim some off of it because the pattern didn't look right without it being chopped off, so I trimmed it a little bit in the end. So here I'm just creating my grid lines so that I can create the pattern that goes behind the Phalaenopsis orchid. And yeah, Allison, you want to talk?
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, I wanted to do a flower because, as you know, I am working on yet another book, and this one kind of has a floral theme to it. And so I'm hoping that this one will go in that book. Not 100% sure if this will make it in the book, but I hope so because it's my favorite flower.
Wouldn't it be pretty neat if it ended up being the front cover?
I doubt it will be, but it won't. It probably won't be the front cover, but I would like it to be. I love this flower. But it's more about the patterns than it is about the flower. And I only did one pattern in the background. I was going to fill up the flowers with different patterns and things, but I decided just to do the background as a pattern because I wanted to play around with my Derwent Color Soft pencils. So that is what I ended up doing. Did one little pattern in the background and colored everything. Well, I colored the flowers with my Color Soft pencils and colored the background as well, which you'll see later on, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, well, Jake finally calmed down. He just laid down. Allison, talk!
Hi, how's it going? No, you can't talk, so, I mean, we won't hear you.
Allison.
Well, we won't!
She's not being very helpful in this video, guys.
Sorry, hi, my day was very productive. How was your day? I bet it was fun.
It was fun. I got to draw all day. I drew this Phalaenopsis orchid.
No, not you, them, because they can always respond.
You're such a brat. So Allison fell. She hurt herself.
Ow.
She tripped over the dog and fell on the pavement and scraped her arm and her leg and her side. And her arm looks really gross. And I took a picture of it and sent it to my brother for advice on it because I didn't know if I should take her to the doctors or not because it's been 2 days and it looks pretty gross. And I would insert a picture here, but I don't want to make you guys vomit. So, but he said it's healing just fine. And I trust him. And he's a nurse, so he knows more than I do. So, yeah. Allison says it looks like a banana, but no, don't get graphic. She was just going to describe it. I could see it in her eyes.
When you cut a banana.
Allison. She's Allison!
It's like a couple.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sell her.
That's slavery.
So this weekend I am going to be dyeing Allison's hair again. If you don't know, Allison has colored hair. Oh my goodness, Jake. Allison has colored hair in the underlayers, and right now it is purple and orange.
And brown.
And, well, brown is your natural hair color. But we are going to re-dye it because it is fading and you can see all the blonde coming through and it doesn't look very pretty anymore. So it's time to re-dye it. I think I'm going to make it green this time. We have a full bottle of green and I've been wanting her to do it for a while. It's called Electric Lizard if you want to look it up. It's by, what is it?
Manic Panic?
Manic Panic.
I would hope by now you would have known the brand.
She's been doing this for, what, over a year now, I think? No, it'll be a year in December that we've been doing it. And she likes it. And we usually go for a pink and purple or orange or something in that family. But I want to go with green this time. So here's a close-up of me coloring in my Phalaenopsis orchid. Yeah. The reason I chose the Phalaenopsis orchid is it happens to be my favorite flower. And if you don't know this by now, if you don't follow me on Facebook, then I have a few of these pretty little flowers. Just a couple of them.
Tell them why you have them.
No. I have them because they're beautiful flower. No other reason.
Yeah, that's why you have them. You walked into Home Depot and you saw them and you were like, oh, these are pretty. Let me do a little bit of research on them.
That's exactly it. Exactly.
Now tell them the truth.
They're just beautiful flowers, Allison.
She got obsessed with this show called Dexter. And this girl, Hannah, decided to give Dexter some flowers. And it was a Phalaenopsis orchid, and ever since then, she spent like 5 hours or something searching orchids, at least every day. And then she went out and bought, what was it, like 7 orchids?
Yeah.
And then one died.
Yeah. I've got like 7 or 8 orchids right now.
I think you
Two of them are mini Phalaenopsis orchids, so they won't be very big. And then the rest of them are the big guys. And yeah. If you saw my room tour or my drawing space tour, there was a Phalaenopsis orchid on my desk. It's because I am obsessed with them. And yes, I did discover the flower when we were watching Dexter, but I like the flower because it's beautiful, not just because of Dexter.
No, you like the flower because of Dexter.
That's not true, because I don't like Hannah.
So?
And if I didn't like Hannah, then I wouldn't... I mean, it's... Whatever! I didn't get the orchid because of Dexter, so just stop.
Technically you did, because of Dexter. But anyways... She's obsessed with those orchids. And she's, following at least 2 or 3 people that are also obsessed with orchids?
Yeah, I follow,
Miss Orchid Girl.
Miss Orchid Girl, who is Danny, and she has, like, 80-something orchids on her, balconies, and...
But I'm sure she didn't get into orchids because of Dexter.
No, I'm sure she didn't. She's been doing it for a while, I bet. But they are beautiful. She has an amazing assortment of orchids. And I also watch Astrid, who I just started recently watching and has some interesting videos on her orchids. So, yep. I hope someday I have a balcony and I am able to grow these orchids even more than what I'm able to in my window. Because I love them.
Actually, it's my window, but okay.
Yes, it is Allison's window because my apartment is very, very, very dark. And her room is the only room that gets really good sunlight, and the little orchids needed some sunlight when they got here, so they are in her room right now. Here I am using a Uniball Signo Broad pen just to bring a little bit of white into there, just to lighten up the petals a little bit. And then I did a technique where I'm just kind of like rubbing over it so that it's not bright white on the dark purple orchid flowers. Anyways, yeah, I'm just going over it a little bit with pencil as well, just to bring down the color of that whiteness. So, and it looks like it completely disappears, almost like why did she even bother doing that, but it doesn't look like that in person. You can see it for real. Anyways, what else do you want to talk about, Allison?
I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, here I am using watercolor pastels, and I can't stand these things, but I didn't want to use watercolor paints because it would have been too wet for this this paper, because it's just cardstock. I'm not using my watercolor paper, so I had to use something that would do the watercolor look to it, but where I wouldn't have to add a ton of water and make the actual paper be all distorted and gross. So that is what I am using to make this. I know what I can ask you guys. I am actually going to be making a purchase of a bunch of different art supplies. So let me know down below what you think I should try out. I am definitely getting some watercolor pencils, but if there's anything else that you think I should try, let me know. And I will put it on my list and see if I can get them. Anyways, here is the final look of my beautiful Phalaenopsis orchid, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you again soon.